Social public health expert are inviting for equitable regulation of social toilets for female. Proverb: the aim should be to include 2 women loose to each man in more than urinals rather than cubicles. Men, in comparison with female, seldom queuing, a King Community for Social Public Health paper says. It blames the closing of hundreds of justice-run toilets for deterrent several human beings of outgoing the building. The government told it was downward to councils to supervise their asset and ensure required services for human beings. The King Community's paper says how human beings in public health problems or invalidity are largest struck by the absence of social conveniences. It adds how social toilets should be deliberate, as significant as streetlights, roads, and spendthrift gallery. But it told the absence of means in the UK was touching equity, portability, suitability, and some aspects of public health, yet not one requested to pay for them. In an examination of more than rather than 2,000 adults for the paper, 2 in 5 human beings in a care state demand common trips to the bathroom, told they didn't sense capable to go out as frequently as they requested since of toilet dog. In several U.S. state and Canada, attempts include been done to enter small par law to represent the much longer sum of period female requirement while with the bathroom. Lorna Gowdy, a 31-year-old public library aide relying in Liverpool, has had incendiary intestine symptom, IBS, for 10 years. If I go sometimes strange I can get rather tense on wherever the toilets are and how rapidly I can get to them, she says. In a way it is love. You are convalescent of an frustrated belly but are not rather certainly if you are completely superior, so you could requirement the bathroom really rapidly. For several human beings it can be love how all the period. So for sample, I loving the rural area and include friends who welcome me on length walks, but I don't go since I don't love creature far of the town. Lorna rest a regional supporting team for human beings in IBS and says the question comes up often. It is received really fashionable at the time to rotate toilets in stick, but the reality is human beings very requirement them, if you include IBS or no. And in 37 justice areas, down there were no social toilets stipulated at all. The paper told the was guideline to human beings keeping it in or pissing in the gateway, that is unsanitary and could conduct to disease of pollution. The norm relation of woman to man toilets in the UK is 1, but since of high numbers of urinals in man toilets, the is seldom reached, the King Community says. The paper told equity of accessing to toilets was as well essential for transgender human beings. A representative for the regional by the government associate told, councils are making all they can to hold social toilets outdoor, and the includes fleeing society bathroom schemes, that allow regional business community love pubs, restaurants and shops to do more than pure, secure and available toilets accessible to the social florid in and £8 billion financing gap by 2025 and increasing consumer demand pressures on age public thoroughness, family services and homeless supporting, councils include had to do hard option on how to supervise shrinking asset. By the government representative told social toilets were a precious society pleasantness. Councils, not centered by the government, are accountable for operating their own asset and provided the regional services human beings requirement, consisting social toilets.